Hey guys, welcome back to another video. For today we're doing a hair and makeup tutorial. So if you want to see how I went from this to this, then just keep on watching. I'm starting out with the Got2b spiking glue. This literally feels like you're putting a glue stick in your hair. It's really crazy, but it does work amazing. So I'm just putting this at the roots of my hair, at the front and back, and I'm running it through my hair. And now the brush you use is important. You don't want to use plastic bristles. You want to use like the really kind of harsh like hair bristles, if that makes sense. You want them to be stiff, I should say, not harsh. Stiff bristles, not wiggly bristles. So this brush really helps when in combination with a product like this, just because it really keeps everything nice and smooth instead of making your hair look really crunchy, which is what like hairspray usually does for me, and it doesn't hold my baby hairs anywhere near as well, so I love this product. This look definitely takes a little bit of arm work, but it's really nice. It's really nice to have like that nice sleek look. So I'm just starting out by creating a sleek ponytail, and then I go from here. So now I'm going in with the Got2b sculpting paste, and this is just like a thicker wax, so I just kind of rub it between my fingers to warm it up, and then I use it for more so like my baby hairs, just to make sure those really lock in place. It's too thick to put all through my hair, so I really just like it like at the roots of my hair. Now I'm taking that same Got2b spiking glue that I used in the first place, and I'm just separating my hair into two big, like medium-sized chunks, and running this through my hair, just because when you brush out kind of wavy or curly hair, it does go kind of like a lion's mane, so it's just to help tame it. If you have naturally like really sleek hair, you don't really have to do this, but it does give it some grip too, which is nice. So now I'm just twisting the strand, and I'm just starting with one half of my hair, and I'm lifting over that one and wrapping it around, just kind of forming like a top knot kind of bun. And this doesn't have to be perfect, it actually looks better when it's messier, so I'm just securing these in place with bobby pins. You can use elastics if you want, but I do find bobby pins holds really well. It's kind of cool too, because even if you have a ton of hair like I do, or if you have like no hair, this is still really good, because this kind of technique makes it look like you have more hair. But because my hair is really naturally heavy, I find that it does work for me to separate those two pieces, because the bobby pins will actually hold it. If I did all of my hair in one go, the bobby pins would not be able to hold how heavy my hair is. And I'm just using the same kind of bristled comb, and I'm just pulling out some of my baby hairs. Since they do have the wax in them, they're gonna curl a little bit nicer, or shape a little nicer, I should say. And now we're starting with makeup. So I'm using Softening Lotion by MAC. This honestly makes it look like you have a filter on your skin. It's amazing. So I just like to squirt it in my hands and then apply it to my face. And you can see it kind of gives a nice glow. Now this is kind of fun. So I got a new foundation from the drugstore. It's the Loreal Paris Infallible Pro Glow. And I really like it actually. It looks really nice, and it's worn pretty well through the day. So this is a thumbs up for me, and it's a nice change from using my MAC one. Oh, and if you're wondering, the shade I got is 202 Creamy Natural. It is a little bit like more olive than I am, but I don't mind that. And then I'm just using that same e.l.f. concealer. You guys know I like this. This is really bright, but I like it because I do have a tan right now. So I've said that before, but it does kind of just help lighten up my tan, if that makes sense. So this is Medium Peach by e.l.f. and it's the Camo concealer. And sorry if I sound horrible, I'm sick right now. Okay, now to warm everything up, since we are looking a little crazy, I'm using this Temptu liquid bronzer in the shade Shimmer bronzer. I got this in an Ipsy bag a while ago and I really like it because it's super blendable, but it just makes it a little easier to blend in bronzer and get nice and close to the hairline without messing up the baby hairs that we did, because it is liquid, so I can kind of just tap it in, as you see, where with like a powder bronzer, if I'm just applying powder, I really have to go in there and blend, and I didn't want to mess up my hair. You can really see how glowy that foundation is too. I love it. I'm so used to such matte skin, so it's a nice change. Now I am using my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade Fair or 05. Again, I've said this before, it's super brightening, so I can't leave it on for too long because it does leave a white cast. I really like it for baking, but again, don't leave it on too long because it does leave kind of a stain. And I'm just using MAC Refined Golden Bronzer, and I'm just lightly and carefully going over the cream bronzer just to set it in place. And I'm just going in with my MAC Contour Kit and just to deepen up my cheekbones. And now I've started kind of a new trick with my baking. So normally I would do it like this, where I would bring it all the way down kind of in a straight line, but I've actually kind of started curling it up to give me more of like a rounded cheek. So you'll see what I mean in a second. Just give it a minute here. So normally I would leave it here, but then you'll see the difference from one cheek to the other. So here I'm kind of going right under my cheekbone, and it almost lifts my cheek a little, makes me look like I have more kind of full cheeks, if that makes sense. See how one side looks so lifted compared to the other? So then I went back in and did it on the other side, and I'm really liking how it looks. You guys tell me though, what do you think? And you guys see here, literally in no time, like it was like hard to blend away, and it left such a bright like white cast under my cheekbone. So I do go in with my Studio Fix powder by MAC because it's a little more yellow and warm. And you can see here, I'm just kind of blending over top of it just to give some color back to my skin so it doesn't look so intense. Now I'm using Melba blush by MAC. It's nice because it's not too pink, not too peach, it's kind of just in between, so it just really warms up a look instead of adding a ton of color, if that makes sense. And you guys already know, Double Gleam by MAC, I'm addicted, I can't help it. You're gonna see it in like every video, I'm sorry. Oh, it's just so good. Like, come on. The camera doesn't lie, guys. For my brows, same routine as always. This is Spiked by MAC, and just a spoolie to kind of comb everything through. Alright, an oldie but a goodie. This is Loreal Telescopic. I do like it for lengthening. It doesn't do a whole lot for thickening my lashes though. And these are my all-time favorite lashes, guys. These are Kiss lashes, number 11. You can get them at Walmart, super cheap. But they're really nice. They kind of just look like eyelash extensions. So they remind me of kind of like Kylie Jenner eyes, if that makes sense. Like she just has those really wispy kind of natural looking lashes. And then you can just use any soft brown shadow you like. Even your bronzer will work for this. I'm just kind of smoking out the lower lash line just a little bit so it doesn't look like bland, if that makes sense. Now I'm going in with Stridown liner by MAC and Viva Glam 2. It's a really nice everyday nude. A little Ringlight by James Charles. And that is the final look, you guys. Glowy, natural, but glam makeup and hair. So I hope you guys like it, and see you in my next one.